Hello?
What up?
Yo!
Lake Tahoe Classic?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So I'm on my way to the first tee here shortly. Fucking semi parked like a block from my house. He lives
Is
on
what?
the. There's a semi trailer parked about a block from my house. The driver lives on the other side of town, and all the neighbors complained about him parking his truck because it runs with a refrigerator all night. So they complained enough to the point of where they designated next to my house the truck parking area for anyone in town who needs to use it. And I'm thinking, no one asked me this. Like, how is it that a few people can complain where he lives, but yet he just moves it near other people who live in the other part of town? Like, what the fuck, man?
Right?
Like, I get it. I know it's your job and you have no choice, but if it's that to the point where some enough people complain, I think what needs to happen is your old lady needs to come pick your ass up in York out at Petro or wherever you park a fucking truck, and then your old lady needs to give you a motherfucking ride back. Or that
Yeah.
motherfucker needs to be parked in front of your goddamn house where you live, and your neighbors, they just gotta deal with it like I gotta deal with my shit ass neighbors.
Right?
I don't get to call the village and be like, hey, the neighbors, they piss me off. Can you tell them to go somewhere else and do their dumb shit? It doesn't work that way.
No, no.
So I told Amber, I think I'm going to go down to the village just to be a dick and be like, so I'd like the trucking parking to be moved somewhere else. Alright, got you added to my group.
Alright. I see. Man. Well, that was a shit one. I'm in the water on the first shot. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that was a sketchy
Oh, yeah.
first shot of a round.
Trying to fix turn order right away.
Just getting that out of the way right now. Well, I did a little driving range experimenting here and there between the last time we played this game, because I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little irritated with trying to figure out how you're supposed to deal with distances if you're in between clubs and they're not gonna give you any way to know percentages, other than eyeballing it, what you're doing it. And what
Right.
I've found out is if you ever bring up your L2, that screen that brings up your draw, fade, and then your, whatchamacallit, your flop, or you're hitting it low. On these, what are they called? This is it called standard clubs, or the first, it goes standard player tour.
Yeah.
On these clubs, if you hold down your L2 on any clubs besides driver and it'll be a pretty much it goes down to, yeah, it'll only be your hybrids and or woods and drivers this won't work for, because those you're already hitting them at such a high loft, this wouldn't matter for those. But for irons and wedges, for anything from threes, 4, 5, and 6 irons, if you take your left joystick and when you move your fade thing or your loft, up or down, if you take it to the F or the W on draw, or they fade and, the F and fade on that word, the club will go as far as it's supposed to carry without the roll. Because, when we hit the club, there's always that 15, 20 extra yards of roll. You're like, hey, that's great, but you need to tell me that's where it's going to go. I don't need to know the carry. I want to know how far can this club hit.
Yeah.
What's the maximum? And because they started out, pretty much every club gets started at a 50-50 for your flop height. If you take it to that same spot, then those clubs will carry that distance without you having to deal with hitting it a 70%. So say like my club needs to hit at 154, but it's either going to go, 154 or 165. If you take that 154 and you take your fade or your flop and you put it right at the F, it will go about 154, 155, because it won't get all that extra carry on it. You won't get the roll and all that bullshit. It'll actually stop where you want a golf ball to stop.
Yeah, I'll believe that.
Like I said, I sat there and I fucking hit every club besides drivers, because I was like, okay. I literally put a number in my head. I said, I need to hit this 150. I was imagining the flag's 150 yards away. Now, granted, there was no up or down. It was a level shot every time. But I just wanted to get that yardage in my head of what do I need to hit to make this thing go, say 159 without hitting the 165, because that's too much, but you feel like the 154, is going to also carry too far, even though it shouldn't, it's going to. And I just started fucking around with the flop, and I realized that the easiest way to figure out a point to put it at was just look at the W and the F on the word draw and fade, because then I always had a point that was exactly the same on the meter. Those two words never changed their location. So that's kind of like, okay, I just put it on the F every time, and I started realizing, holy shit, it's going where it carries with no roll. So this is the round I'm going to try to use that theory on and see how that goes, because that's been the biggest downfall of this game, has been trying to get golf balls to just fucking stop sometimes.
Right.
I'll shut the fuck up and play golf now. Oh, you got to get over that bunker. Didn't help I mishit it. have buried this fucking ball.
Well, better than me. I'm already shooting for bogey right now. Down for double bogey, and then for triple bogey. Oh, stop at triple bogey.
Yeah, fast conditions. Greens are on soft at least. Maybe that'll help not get so much goddamn roll too. Out of like the 37 people that had played in this tournament so far, I think only 6 or 7 were under par. If only it would have hit where I wanted it to, I'll take it. But man, that'd have been a lot closer.
Little hump there right in the middle, and we're either going one side or the other.
Pretty much, yep. Yeah, I was rolling around in Grand Theft Auto 5 alone the other night. At first I was in a lone session. Got a couple things kind of looked into more than anything, but fucking next thing I know, there's like 4 people in there, and I wasn't gonna do anything too crazy, but I figured while I was there, I'd go steal a car quick. I was getting bored. And nobody was fucking with me, and when I turned like the second to last corner, one of those flying fucking bikes, I seen him over there, but it looked like he was almost doing something on his own. Next thing I know, it was like he just beelined right for me, and I knew I could just feel him coming. I tried so fast to get around the corner, he shot me. So I get, mission's over. I seen him on my map. I pull out my fucking heat-seeking rocket to blast him out of the fucking air, and right as I'm getting ready to let go of it, all those fucking Mexicans shot me because I pulled out a weapon, and they fucking blew me away.
Really?
I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding, man. I was like, I'm not. My beef isn't with you guys.
I got no beef. I got no qualms.
uh, but yeah, it was pretty irritating after that point. I was like, nope, fuck this game. Not alone.
Right.
Oh my god, fuck you putting.
Oh, just rimmed it.
Go in the fucking hole. Jesus.
There you go. Does that piss you off though, having a nice drive like you did, and then just fuck?
I honestly don't know how much more
It's
pissed
like
off I
pissing me
can.
off having my first shot of the game go in the water.
Right? I don't know how much more pissed off I can get at this game than I've been the last few days, honestly. So it's on the verge of
Oh yeah.
becoming not playable all of a sudden. Like, I don't understand. I just don't get how I can actually get worse at a game. Like, I look at my scores and I'm like, how are you getting worse? Like, I thought the point of playing something was over time to get better at it. And it's like, I feel like if you get worse at it, you should probably stop it.
Oh,
You should just move on and stop it.
stop it. Barely even made it on there.
That, or it's time to just start moving on to those putt-putt courses and have some fucking good old time fun.
These putt-putt courses are not fun. You remember that shit? Ridiculous.
Well, I'm not saying that one wasn't fun, but I'm sure, considering there's like thousands of them, there's got to be a couple that are fun. That was like the
Right,
dumbest
yeah.
one we may have started with. So
The one we had, it was like down so much, and it was like, these are like 400-yard putts.
oh, they were more like
Down, just
2,000-yard putts, but they were still it was still kind of fun. It was just the time.
yeah, that was the time that pissed me off. Yeah, because we were on turn order, so you just watch the balls do the same thing back and forth.
Be nice if I could get one shot to try my new theory out. Every one of them so far has had to be with hybrids, woods. It's like, no, I want to try one of my new ideas out, damn it, and I can't do it with these shots.
Yeah.
That one, I'm about 7 yards from that from being a really nice shot too, going up that hill and going right at the flag.
At least it didn't come all the
There's
way
a
back
nice
down.
little hill you can play there. It's just with this wind right now, it's not really helping us get there.
Right. That's the best I can do is with my 3-wood. I won't have a chance getting there. Don't want to hit that sand trap, I guess. I'm gonna hit the sand trap. Could have just stayed off it. But no, I want to go see what Redder's doing over here. Hey,
Hey! I'm just chilling, hanging out,
Ed.
waiting to do this rad-tastical putt we're about to get stuck with.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Although I have seen a lot worse from this distance. It's just the distance I'm not a fan of. Not sure how this is a par 4, but okay.
Oh man.
Turn. Whew. Goddamn kids don't have school tomorrow, and I'm already scared of tomorrow.
Why?
Well, non-school days go one of two ways. It either goes really smooth, they get along great, and they play video games, they watch TV, they go outside if the weather allows it, or it goes the other way, and I'm pretty much in the middle of a fucking MMA fight all day long, and it's just not fun. So I'm hoping it's the latter of the two, and they just get along, and everybody is good. They're excited because they get to head out west for a few days, so I'm hoping that helps in keeping their mood light.
Maybe.
It's just when they have nothing to look forward to, I think, and they get bored, it's like, fuck. They're at that age where the fights are right on the edge of being considered pretty gnarly because it's like they haven't learned yet. You know, you can't do that.
Right.
Like I believe the word below the belt is a good term to use, metaphorically and literally. like
Mm-hmm.
like you can't poke a person in the eyes, man. That's kind of like not in the rules of hand-to-hand combat unless it's like life-threatening situations. But when it's a battle with your sibling, poking of the eyes is kind of like no.
Yeah. Yeah, the boys always wrestle and someone ends up crying.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
end until someone's crying.
they invent games, you know, and it starts off all hunky dory, and then rules start getting changed so one person kind of gets the edge, and you know somebody's pride gets hurt, and then before long somebody's actual body gets hurt, and then it just turns into like this fucking all out, you know, fiasco. All while the whole time I'm sitting there going, boys, relax. Somebody's gonna get fucking hurt. Chill out. Calm down.
Right.
I try to explain to him I can predict the future of sorts. I just can't be 100% sure, but I can be pretty certain what's going to happen very soon. Like, because it's either happened to me or I've seen it happen to someone else.
Right. Something's gonna go bad.
And they still don't seem to believe me. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, God, could this golf course be any longer?
This is a big one.
This is like a 600 some yard par 5. It's 630, but I don't recall what it was playing. I feel like it was playing super duper long.
Cracking away.
Just chopping them down one shot at a time.
Are you back down to standards clubs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to start with those when I was doing my little experiment just because I wanted to be able to for sure hit them straight to make sure, you know. Because hitting them
Right.
straight's a very key element of getting the distance you want to get. Because, you know, if you hit a little left or right, that can, you know, take away distance. So,
Oh yeah.
alright. So this isn't the best of courses right now to use my theory, mainly because of this fucking wind, but we can still work with it here. So I need this club to go 106. This thing carries 109. With that being said, according to my calculations, if I put this motherfucker right here without the wind, it should go 109. So I need to put the wind into consideration, which I'm going to do here. Move it a little over, and then we're going to hit it. But like I said, I don't feel like this is a good base of my theory because of this wind, but we're going to give her a shot. So.
But you're putting what on what now?
You
You're
know,
relying
like
on F?
you know, like when you hold down that L2 button,
Yeah, and you see the flop and the
and
draw
it
words.
says, you know, draw, fade, and then up top it says high loft, down below it says low loft. To change
Right.
your loft, you move it up or down. By changing the loft, you're
But you put it on
taking.
what? F or... I know all that, but you put it
Yeah,
on
you
F or
you
what?
either you match it up with the W on the word draw on the left and the F on the word fade on the right.
You have to do both?
Well, it'll match up because it's, you know, one long ass line. I was just saying that in case you just wanted to look at one or the others, but
Right.
it's either or. I use the F because it's a nice straight line on the, you know, the F because it's sideways, so the F has a nice line to it so you can kind of see. And like I said, right now if I was to hit this club right at, you know, right at the F, then it would carry 109, but it won't carry 109, but it'll stop at 109 instead of carrying and then rolling an extra fucking 8 yards. Instead, it's going to land at about 101 and end up at 109.
So it's going to depend if you judge the wind correctly on this.
But that's just it. Now with the wind, it's harder to judge because, you know, when I was doing this, I didn't have a 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing in my face. So it's just going to be a matter of now figuring out from there. But at least I have something to base it off of now. Like I said, hitting it straight helps too. Well, that's not too shabby. That's better than it carrying an extra 10 yards after. I went at about I was probably at about the A on that one on the word fade instead of going all the way to F because of the wind. I dropped it just about halfway on the letter A. Probably could have not even added quite as much as I did and I'd have been perfect, but it'll come in handy, I think, more on approach shots on long par fours where you have a chance, and especially on those par threes where they're in between clubs. Because I feel like there are times we hit really, really good par three shots, but then it rolls 20 more yards away, and it's like, well, that was a great shot for a minute.
For a minute, yeah.
And I want to know how to get rid of all that roll. That's great if you want the roll or need the roll, but if you don't need it, then what the fuck are you supposed to do and still get the distance you need? Because I feel like any other time we'd add flop, ball goes 80 yards.
I lined it up with the F on that, and that was at 109 shooting at 102.
Yeah, see, and like I said, I think with that little bit of wind, that was, you know, probably too much. Because when I did it, there was no wind. It was just, you know, the driving range out there. You just need to go to the range and just use that as your barometer, almost as your percentage thing.
Right.
And then you just gotta, you know, try to remember, okay, every club, you know, if I put it to this letter, this is what it takes away from it, and that's the best thing I could come up with, honestly, dude.
Yeah, that was too much. I was trying to get about a foot down, but right in the middle, but I couldn't.
At least it stopped right away.
Yeah. Wasn't going to try to chip from there, so I flopped it.
Oh, you fuckers. There was just a little break right where I started, so I put that into account. Except I forgot one thing, you gotta zoom in every time because sometimes the beads are fucking hidden. Nice, sir. The old Dano's streaming hardcore the next few days. That new Call of Duty came out, so they're all
He
hitting that
changed his
shit.
name.
What's that?
Is it Short Circuit now?
Yeah, Short Circuit Gaming. He's gonna run both channels, I think, for now, but I'm not sure what his like whole plan is. I think he just has it because I think his one channel is Willie Puffer's channel. I think is gonna be more for like
Yeah, I was gonna
um,
say I thought it, but I didn't know if he just changed the name or if he's got two channels
I
now.
think he's just kind of using this as a transition. Eventually, he'll probably use the new one, but for now, I think he's going to keep the one that'll be more of a. I don't even know how to describe it. I think one of them might be more for like personal stuff and like
Sure.
other videos he might try to start doing or something. I don't even know for sure though. We'll see, I guess. But honestly, I think he wanted to kind of start over fresh because the problem with his old channel is he started it just long enough ago that back in the day there used to be a lot of like robot subs, I guess, or just people with no videos that just subbed just to get you to sub to their channel. And if you did that, it looked all good, but if they weren't watching your content, YouTube noticed that and it start to almost hurt your channel
Sure.
because if you have 1,000 subs, that's great, but if only 22 of those subs are watching your content, that's a problem. There's something not right about that number. So I think by starting a new channel, he can have 100 subs, and if he gets 43 views, that's almost 50% compared to 1.8%. Because that's like on my channel right now. I only have like 83 subs because I didn't do. People will try to do that. Hey, if you sub to me, I'll sub to you. And I always say, that's great and dandy, but are you actually going to watch my shit or do you just want to sub? And then you go to their channel and they don't even have a single video. So before I sub to anybody, I make sure I check their channel out that they actually have some form of content. And it's something that I want to watch because no offense, I'm not just gonna sub to you because you sub to me because that just seems stupid. Like I want you to sub to my channel because you want to watch what I'm putting out there, not just because you're looking for me to come sub to your channel.
Right.
I guess if that keeps me from having 1,000 subs, then it keeps me from having 1,000 subs. But I know on a night when I get 32 views because I only have 88 subs, that's one hell of a percentage number I get that night.
Oh, what happened there? Jesus. I took all the 11 feet up into consideration and everything.
I don't know, it just might
Or
be
11 yards up.
super duper
Or 10
uphill or
yards up.
something.
Well, it was 10 yards uphill, but I thought I took all that in effect unless I went freaking the wrong way by accident.
Yeah, that almost looked like a. I mean, I know I could tell by your swing it wasn't, but the effect that it had almost looked like a punch shot. Like the swing looked like a full swing, but the after effect did not. I bet I know what it was, dude. I'm if it's anything like mine, I have red boxes not because of the left and right, but because I'm on a super crazy backwards slope, and because
No,
we're
I didn't even look at
using
mine.
a hybrid and a wood, I bet you anything that took a lot of lift off of your ball because it takes a lot to get up off the ground when you got a backwards lie. If it was forwards, your ball would rocket off there like a fucking missile. But when it's backwards, it's a little sluggish getting up because the ball almost hits the ground a little before it goes up.
Right.
I bet you anything that's why I bet you anything on my shot, even though I feel like I got a pretty decent thing shot up here, it's not gonna go well for me, but we'll see. No, I did it all right, but I bet you anything that's what happened to yours too, dude. because you were even over to the left a little more of me, and over there on my little screen, the more left you went, the more severe the backwards hill got. Like I said,
Right.
that's the only bad thing about this game is they almost give you too much information. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, I know. Keep rolling back.
Wow.
Not enough. Not enough.
Not enough, but still, hey, every yard was an easier putt
Oh,
for
you're
you.
damn right it does. You're damn right it does.
On this game, I would take every inch they give me on the way the putting is,
Absolutely.
especially on fast conditions. No. Oh, wow.
Nice.
That either had to hit the hole or it was hitting the other side of the green because I tapped that a little harder than I cared to.
Oh, made it too.
Nice. I was going to say that looked kind of familiar just on the other side of the cup.
Right. He's a tricky little sucker.
I was giving the wife a hard time. I was like, man, you picked the worst weekend to like go out and leave me home alone. She's like, why? It's like, because everybody I know is busy, and I'm literally just going to be like sitting here, which is fine and all. It'll be nice and quiet. It's like, but it's like normally nobody else
Like
would
you
be
need to
doing.
use you need to use that time wisely when it happens. Like
Oh, trust me,
I
I
might as well
will,
do
sir.
something
I'm just
fun.
saying. It's also one of those things where it would be
No, no.
cool.
I mean, it would be like nice if like yeah,
Just
other
one
people aren't
person,
doing
yeah,
shit.
was
And you
able to like come over for
have
a
a little
couple
get together.
hours.
Yeah, fucking parking lot sale.
Yeah, it's this time of year though, with school going and everything else, everybody's always got something going on. It never fails.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's also trying to, once again, just like my wife, trying to get their last minute travels in before everybody knows what's going to happen weather wise around here. So
Yeah, it's getting closer.
it's like, well, get your last minute trips in while you can, because here in about a month there may not be trips anywhere but between here to your fucking sidewalk to scoop it.
Yeah, I know. Trips are for kids.
I'm just glad I finally got at least one kid that's old enough to kind of help, at least take a little of the bullshit off.
Sure.
Because before, he was just little enough and, not quite able to aid. The shovel at one point was taller than them. So it's like if the shovel's taller than the kid, it probably isn't going to do a lot of good.
I think it's a little more difficult.
The fact that he can help mow, I told him now that you can mow, you can shovel snow.
Absolutely.
Alright, we're going to try a 75-yard pitch, but we're going to put the fade thing right on the, like literally a smidgen below the line on the F. Well, maybe not quite so much. Just below the line on the F because it's a little uphill and I don't want to come up too shy. Alright, here we go. I can accept that any day on a fucking pitch shot, dude. On this game,
Woo-wee.
damn.
That was nice.
My theory works on pitch shots. You just gotta kind of just go off of feel how far close to that F you want to get there. Like I said, I just don't like those full swing shots on these close ones because they just go up too damn high and it's so unpredictable. Now, if I can just figure that out on the irons, we'll be in solid shape here. One of us has got to figure this shit out to help the other.
I'm gonna do a normal shot. The lob wedge. This could be ugly with this wind, but. So, then I put lock on that. Only up to the A.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it affects those close shots. I didn't really mess with that too much, honestly. I just used, like I said, the 3, 4,
Tell you
5,
what, didn't
6.
affect it very well.
Right? I pretty much just used the 3 through 9 iron. Anything that went, over 100 yards.
Oh, buddy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Did you know you can do replays and save replays and shit on here?
Just through using that one button deal where it saves that video to your thing.
Nah, there's actually
Then
a
I always
thing.
go back and through and delete it because I'm always running out of room.
Nah, check this out. If you go back and you were to press start right now or options, okay? You'll notice a thing that says right below resume round that says watch replay. It'll bring up a box with my name and your name. On your name, you can watch yours.
Watch my replay.
Now listen, you can favorite a replay and it'll save it under a screen where anybody can come watch your best shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I always seen a thing, there was always a thing there on a screen that said, replays, favorited replays. And I'm like, well, how the fuck do you do that if you got to save them on your PlayStation? How does the game know that? But then I realized when...
favorite?
Huh?
How do you favorite?
I have no idea. I've never done it before.
It is. There it is. You hit options again and favorite replay.
There you go. When I did it, it didn't give me...
Favorited. Access your favorited replays from the profile menu.
Nice.
Yeah, so once you're in that replay mode, then you just hit options again.
Yeah, it probably just doesn't allow you to do it because I was on your replay, so when I pressed options again, all it did was give me an option to quit because it wasn't my replay. So apparently you can only save yours, but you can watch the other guys or yours. So I just thought that was cool in case one of us ever makes a really badass shot and then we don't want to have to take up the memory on our PlayStation. Plus, that'll save that shit in case we make a hole in one now so anybody can come see it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, don't do it because, they're finally back. I'm like, it just froze my shit. I've been staring at a black screen for a minute.
When I was watching a couple guys replays.
Well, it wasn't a black screen, it was just a pause screen.
It was taking forever to load, so I think it probably takes the game a second, but... Are you staring at me or is it you for sure?
I'm staring at you.
God damn it. That probably messed with it though, I suppose.
Yeah, probably.
Oh well. It's worth it for a good replay, I'll give you that, because this game... Putts like what you just made, dude. Those ain't easy.
Are you changing your order?
I'm getting ready to shoot here in just a second, dude, man.
Okay.
This is a what you call a very tricky shot to not end up in water.
Yeah, I see that.
So I'm just hoping the rough on the far right side looks safer than the water on the left. Yeah, that feels much safer than the water, honestly. I can work with
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
In hindsight, I guess I didn't have to hit driver there, but oh, fuck, it's raining out, man.
How was it?
All of a sudden, I was just like, what the hell is that water dripping sound? And then I was like, looking out my window, like, somebody standing out my water piss or out the window pissing or pouring water. And then I realized, no, no, that's just I think it's raining.
Fuck. Well, I'd have to put a fade on that. So that was a perfect swing and everything. I'd have to put a fade on that to go over that sand trap because it didn't.
Hey, at least you didn't end up in the sand.
Sure. Talking about the left sand trap, but it is possible to get on the green in this. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I
So
thought about it,
it's
but
gonna require a fade or a draw, whichever one takes it to the left.
yeah, it'd be a draw for a righty.
Mm.
Oh, the hill of death. Scheisse.
God, I hate to have to just put it in from here.
Hate to have to show the game up, and make it look bad.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Close enough.
It's pretty nice from there. You lying fucking bastard game.
Oh.
What the fuck? It said it was straight as a fucking arrow and then right at the hole. Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, that got squirrely fast at the end.
I forgot to tell you, there's a little break right at the hole that you can't. I even zoomed in. You can go watch my stream. I zoomed in and looked, and there were no breaks in that line. It was a perfectly straight line.
That's what mine shows too.
Yet when I went to the other side and had to shoot it, you could see the little bead moving, and I'm like, where was that bead fucking 7 seconds ago?
Yeah, that did pull left at the end, but I nailed it. I hit it about twice as fast as it told me to. I'm like, I'm not, I'm dicking around with that shit.
I feel like the people in charge of this game just said, fuck it, we got a new game, let these people fend for themselves.
Yep. We'll figure it out.
They're like, we'll leave the server on and let the computer figure it out from there. Have fun. Buy our new game. Like, we'll make your new game cheaper, and I will, damn it. I just can't.
Right.
Not spend $60 on a golf game right now.
Well, eventually it'll go down to 30. Isn't that what we bought this at? Was 30 or something?
Shit, I got this thing for $8.99 because it was like right the week before the new game came out. They were literally trying to make every dollar they could.
Well, I bought this one after you told... No, I bought this one a long time ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 30 bucks then.
I was gonna say it was $29.99.
Like, nope.
I was 20.
Nope.
It was $29.99, and I just remember getting a message from you, and you were like, "Don't get it," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" You're like, "Don't get it." You're like, "It's so hard. Do not. Did you buy it yet?" I'm like, "Well, no, but I'm not gonna now." I'm like, "Jesus Christ."
That's right.
I'm assuming you were staring at me again.
Yeah.
Alright. I just reset mine again. I think until it gets fixed. Yeah, I was like gonna buy it probably the day later. And I even came to your fucking house though, so not, in your defense, it's not like it was just you. I came to your house and we tried. We gave it a
Yeah,
shot.
I do remember you coming here and you're like, no.
We were just so deep into Rory at the time that made this game seem like the fucking hardest thing ever. And I'll tell you, we were right. It is the hardest fucking golf game I've ever played in a long time, but
Yeah.
at least it's a different, it was just that was
Yeah,
getting.
it's not. The other one was just ridiculous because it was so easy.
It was so monotonous just playing the same course with the same shot every time, unless you accidentally biffed it a little and you're like, oh, gee, what am I going to do? Oh, never mind, I'll put it in the hole from 170.
Yeah.
And that's cool every now and then, but when that becomes the norm, it's like, no, something's not right here. I shouldn't be doing
30 and 40 under shouldn't happen. And
it. Yeah, I'm playing
I never
online.
hit 30. I hit 25 once, but
Yeah, I'm playing online and I get 25 under and I don't even get in the top 100.
right.
Because the number one got 42 under, and it's like, how? Man, this is another fucking bitch of a shot here. I have a plan. Get up, ball, hit that fairway, not the rough. Just gonna fucking flop it probably from there, or just pitch it up there, or chip it one or the three from there. There's no way I can putt it from that far away probably, but
That it's like, why is my 3-wood only going to 127? I guess it was a shot. Something doesn't look right here.
it must be broken or something. It's like 3 wood's cracked, 137. Like, well, can you fix it? Like, what the hell, game?
Right.
Like, I didn't mean to break it. This is taking things a little too far. Like, your putter's a little bent. You have to putt differently. Like, excuse you? You leaned on it last hole. Like, what?
Not easy. Good bounces out of that. Don't know I want to be on the green, but
Yeah, you might actually be able to putt from there, though, because you didn't hit this hill that I feel like I'm behind. Oh, yeah, 2 foot up.
downhill too.
I have to putt this thing 134. The problem is I have no read and I don't trust the beads when I do have
Yeah,
them.
you have
So
no idea what's going on
I'm
before
certainly
that.
not going to trust it when I have no beads.
Right.
So we're going to pull out the old lob wedge here and see what we're working with. Luckily, the flag gets to stay in the hole, even though we're so far away. That's different. So we got a 101-foot shot, eh?
Hey.
Well, the problem I feel like we're going to run into at some point up here is because it's uphill. And that means a chip is going to pretty much hit and stop.
Yeah, I would think so. Gonna have to be a pitch or a flop.
or, or we could hit a 24-yard chip and just take a little bit of the flop away from it so it gets up there a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do here.
I'd have to roll a lot.
Oh no, I don't think it's gonna roll at all. Honestly, once it hits, dude, up here, I'm just hoping for a decent putt.
You're gonna need it to roll about 30 feet after it hits at 24 yards.
Oh, didn't mean to hit it that goddamn hard.
Is that a chip?
Yeah, I hit it.
Is it a 24-yard chip?
Yeah, but the lie I was on was funky, so
But
it was a little.
chip. That's only 72 feet.
I know, dude, but you're also got to rethink of two things. Normally, you're hitting chip from the rough. That's not 100%. This is the green, so it's 100% to start with. A. B. You're hitting it onto green, so it's got a nice soft landing where nothing's gonna stop it from rolling at all. And I had a forwards lie, which means the ball came out like a fucking rocket. Because I was on a funky little spot where my ball hit, and anytime you chip off of a downwards hill, that son of a bitch is real hard. I thought maybe they'd counter effect each other, and they did not, but it only went a few yards past. I mean, really, I'm only 7 feet.
That's a good shot. Your curiosity has piqued my interest. On a 24-yard chip.
It's this fucking lie bullshit. How you don't even. Not only do you have to pay attention to left and right lie, you gotta pay the attention to
everything
the.
in my head saying it's kind of way
Like, hold down your L2. Do you have any weird spot where your ball is, or is it nice and flat
no,
there?
mine's perfectly flat. Mine's perfectly flat.
Well, you fucker. That would have made my shot a lot easier.
Right? But now that makes it harder because I don't know if that 24 yards would make it. 24-yard carry. I'm going to do a full chip. 24-yard carry at 90 feet. 2 feet up.
I just know anytime I chip off the green, I get pretty decent roll off it because,
Get a lot of roll.
I mean, you're not coming off a rough. Your club has nothing to go through. It's just hitting nothing but ball.
Fuck!
Ooh. Nice fucking shot, dude.
Damn.
No, you just fucking broke right at the hole. Look at it just roll away like a little bastard would, too.
Little bastard would.
God damn this game. Oh, fucking shit.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, focus. Focus.
The problem is, it's like I said, it's just you feel like you got it, and then it just keeps rolling and rolling. You're like, what the fuck, man? Who put the hole here?
Oh, just like that, where I went to grab my controller and my thumb hit the frickin'
I wondered what just
thing.
happened there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even shoot. I grabbed the controller and my thumb like pushed down on it and let go. Just, I know.
Well, at least it didn't go like 50 yards past the hole.
Well, yeah, that's true. It could have
That
gone
could have
way
turned out really bad the other way, and your ball could have been like, Teets, what are you doing, man? The hole's right there.
But that was an easy freaking shot in, too. It pisses me off.
All right, is it you or are you staring at me again?
Hold on. I haven't got to the thing yet. Me.
Hey,
Oh.
let's go.
Alright. This one I think I can get behind a little bit. I'm just going to end up a little right, but we'll see. More right? Hold on. Oh yeah, this is... It's a hilly green.
I see this.
Hilly green.
It looks like a nice little adventure that I don't want to go on, but I'm forced to
Right?
because it's number 9, and I have to. Just once, I want a par 3 that I can try my fucking ID on, because this is not a hole you can do it on, because it's long as fuck. Oh, that hill just killed the speed I was going to get there, but that'll work, I guess.
Hmm. Good thing's only 4 inches down. It's like, I mean, it's not a lot, but... Hard breaks right away, and then it just kind of tapers off.
Oh.
Just played those early breaks a little harder.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hey, Chihuahua.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, god damn this game.
Oh, my God. I haven't zoomed in. I went to the right a little bit, but... I don't know.
It's like the Magic Mystery Tour. That's what you should call putting on this game.
Oh, shit.
Well, the good news is we're half done. The bad news is we're half done. We're not
Well, I'm
playing
just happy
as
it gives me
poorly.
enough chance to kick your ass.
Well, we're not playing as poorly, or at least I'm not, as I have in recent rounds. But that's being said, there's still 9 holes to turn that around.
Yeah, no kidding.
This game, you just never know. Ooh, that bunker is scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's
All
like
you hit
right
those
where your
quick-
ball's gonna land, and you know it. You know that's exactly because it's a little down, so you know your ball's gonna carry just a little further than it ought to. Very nice, sir. You caught the right ill there.
At the top of that one, that kind of helped boost it.
See, honestly, I wasn't even trying anything. I was just like, just land somewhere where it's nice and flat.
Right. Well, it was a lot easier after the shot. I'm like, okay, I know where it's gonna land.
Problem is now I'm anywhere but where it's flat, but at least I have 99 to 100%.
Is true.
Stop. Stop. You fucking game. I knew I should have added flop to that. God damn it. Great distance, except the ball just will not fucking stop. Still think I'm chalking part of it up to creator error because people don't understand how a golf course is actually supposed to work. There's actually science behind it. Some rich white dude didn't just go out on a fucking chunk of land and decide to fucking put a hole on top of a hill around a giant mound where it drops 2 foot to the inch to the left or 2, they're like, no, dude, you gotta actually make this shit so people might have a chance to make a shot from 150 if they play this shit right.
No, that's ridiculous.
It's like, will
Crazy
it go?
talk. That didn't work well for me. Oh, fuck you. That should have rolled a mile. Fine. Don't work. Piece of shit.
Oh my god. It's only 3 foot up this time. Oh, and I'm on a backwards hill breaking hard to the left. No big deal. We got this. Don't you dare, ball.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna come back because I almost put it right at the tip of that thing where it breaks right back down to where I landed last time.
Right?
That would have
Yeah, this
pissed me
is a
off.
tricky shot here because man, who knows what happens after that? What happens after that? God, this is a hateful green, man.
Telling you, dude, science, fucking science.
No, it's bullshit. Science can be bullshit.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me! It was going right to the hole, and then right at the hole, it just
Yeah.
goes, nope, nope.
Science. It's science.
I know. That's why I mean people gotta put that into consideration.
No, you gotta put that in the bullshit basket. That's bullshit.
I mean, look at how it breaks opposite way on the other side of the hole. You can't do that because how is a person supposed to even have a chance from anywhere beyond fucking 3 feet? And even at 3 feet, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's trying to build the next fucking St. Andrews. It's like, let me tell you, dude, that doesn't go well because people don't really enjoy St. Andrews sometimes. Sometimes they're just forced to play there. Remember on the old Tiger Woods game, the first time I played the old St. Andrews course, and holy fuck, I vowed to never play that course again. Because the greens were like ginormous, and most of them it was like playing a putt-putt course where if you missed the green, you were going to be in a very, very bad place. And then once you
Yeah.
got there, good luck, because it was like the hole would be at the bottom of literally a goalie built into the golf course where it was like they didn't feel like filling the hole at the bottom of the green. Instead, they just decided to cut the cup there. I looked at some of the scores from back in the day, and some of those guys used to win by shooting a fucking 12 to 15 over par.
Really?
I think eventually golfers were like, you need to build a different course or we're not going to come back here anymore. They're like, because it's making everybody fucking look bad. Well, howdy, partner.
Howdy.
Why don't you show me how this is done here?
Yeah, this is no problem. No,
Well,
it's
I already know my shot about a 55-yard pitch that I hope gets a little roll, maybe even the 65-yarder if I got one.
I'm going for the dunk. Say that, I mean it. I'm dunking. That's where I wanted it.
Right where I wanted it.
Nope, nope, not at all where I wanted it. No dunk.
Nope, nope.
Dude, that worked a lot easier on Tiger Woods.
Yeah, right?
I'm sorry, Rory. Tiger Woods.
Oh, on both of them it was easier. Oh yeah, there's a really gnarly hill your ball landed on there, man. That is not cool.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm gonna, like crack cocaine, I'm gonna try everything to avoid it. Nope, instead we're gonna hit it just like you did.
Well, you didn't hit.
I felt like hanging out with you a little
I feel
longer,
like
you
it.
know. I didn't want you to leave you down here by yourself, you know.
I appreciate that.
I just wanted to be like, hey man, this is where all the cool kids are hanging out just off the green.
It appears that way. Ooh. Aim a little more right than you think you should. I did aim right, but not as much.
Oh, it's really fucking raining out now, dude.
doing anything here.
I can't pull up my radar right now because I'm streaming. It'll fuck my whole internet up. My whole shit will freeze. Oh, we needed to hit that a lot fucking harder than that.
Oh, the funny one.
Jesus Christ. I'm so scared to hit it too hard because I don't want to roll off the backside of the green.
Right?
You get too timid then. It's like, well, fuck, game. Work with me here a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, that hurt. Smoking a cigarette, and I just took a huge drag, and that like came out my eyeballs, I think. You went like all hunchback of Notre Dame on me. Came Mad Shrek. Okay. Is it actually you, or are you staring at me?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
God damn, what the hell? I don't know why it does that.
I don't know. Maybe because we stayed even since the glitch.
Yeah, but there was one time where it fixed itself and you went first and it was right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why did it have to kick right like that? Really? Thanks, ball. Thanks, hill. Thanks, everything. Thanks to everybody else's Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah, that turned out a lot better than mine.
That's debatable with putting on this game, man. There are times where sometimes I think chipping is just the better idea, just aiming just off the green and taking your best chance. If you don't chip it in, you get it for par at least, because par seems to win more than anything. Holy shit. Oh boy. Just your everyday 29 footer. I don't know how much more moisture the ground around here can take right now.
Oh, I know, man.
Fuck, it rained like crazy those last few days to the point where we were getting a ditch fucking moat out front. It was like a personal little flash flood right in my ditch.
Crazy. Especially all the shit in Florida with that hurricane.
Yeah, that hit right at my where my uncle lives down there. Like his wife wouldn't let him leave.
Oh, man.
Like
Yeah.
my cousin lives like a few miles away from them. Is it you, or are you staring at me again?
I'm staring at you.
God damn it. I'm about ready just to turn this turn order shit off, but I also kind of want to watch your shots, so, you know. But yeah, my cousin and my uncle were kind of like, torn, that they wanted to leave, but at the same time, they, like most people in that area, you know, they're usually conflicted because then they all leave and then it ends up pretty much just being a thunderstorm for a couple days.
Right. Yeah. I
So
mean,
she,
if I have kids and a wife and stuff, I would leave.
well, like
If it
my
was just
cousin,
me, I'd probably stick around.
right? My cousin's like full ass grown. I mean, he's like fucking 29 years old and lives on his own. So he just went over, I thought, from what I understand, he just went over and hung out with them. And they contemplated leaving because, you know, as it got closer, they realized, you know, it might be a little gnarlier than, you know, even they were kind of anticipating.
Well, yeah, they
But,
were saying it was only going to supposed to hit like a category 2, and then they upped it to a 5 or a 3
right?
5 or 2 to 4. I don't remember the exact numbers, but
Yeah, well, then, like, by the time they kind of, you know, my uncle and my cousin were both kind of a little concerned. By then, it would have kind of been right. They were right on that edge of it being a little too late, maybe, and it would have been more risky to leave at that point.
right.
So they just bunkered down and hung out. And from last I heard, everybody's good and whatnot. But yeah, it was. They definitely got some fucked up shit in their neighborhood, and it didn't hit directly where they were, but you know, not far from where they live, shit pretty much got like annihilated. So yeah, like the whole town they live on is literally like a beach. Like there is no, you know, place where it isn't. I mean, it's literally a long, narrow town. It's not like a town in, you know, Nebraska where they build them the way they do here, almost squared or you know, very geometrical shapes. You know, it's
Right, yeah.
where he's at. It's a very long, narrow city. So it's like, you know, it's coast and more coast. Relax ball.
Ooh, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, the only downfall of that is I'm going to be on a stupid ass hill again. I just
Well,
can't
you will with an
find.
attitude like that.
I know, but I need to start trying to look for a much flatter area than just hitting it on those shots and just hoping for the best. Because like where you're at, even it may not be perfectly flat, but compared to where I'm at, your shot looks a whole lot more less thinkable than mine now because I'm gonna have to put left or right on it because I'm on a funky ass hill and it's gonna come off like a rocket because it's down. Yeah, this is why golfers put so much thought into shots. People are like, what are they thinking about? Just swing. It's like, dude, they don't want to land in a dumbass spot that makes the next shot even harder than it has to be.
Roll down that hill. Hitting that little dome thing. Boom. You want
I,
to.
I used to always remember whenever I watch PGA, you can tell they're really good golfers because by the fourth round, the same areas have been used so much because they all want to go to the flattest spot in the golf course.
Right.
So by the end, it's all tortoise shit, and you can tell everybody who had a decent shot went to that spot. And then when you see the other like grenade spots in other areas, you're like, "Oops, that dude didn't go where he wanted to go because everybody else went there, and that one dude went over there." good if it just caught that hill and it killed it as soon as it hit it. It looked like it was going to roll, and then it just started breaking away and said, nope, that's where you're stopping.
Ain't gonna happen, Captain.
This looks interesting. It goes down, then up, and then up just a little tad more. To the point of where the hole is actually only 2 inches above you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in fact very interesting. Guess it's all science.
Fucking call Bill Nye, man, and get his help. Where's Mr. Wizard when you need his ass?
Yeah.
Where was that 30-minute episode of how to fucking putt on the golf club too, goddammit?
Phone a friend. Fine, how? Oh, Samuel Adams.
Oh. Sadly, par feels like a small victory on this game anymore.
Yeah. The problem is, you need to hold this. And then I think that'll fix our shit.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Did I just see that ball go completely all the way around that hole?
Ring around. That did like a full cup.
I don't know if I've ever fucking seen a golf ball go completely around a hole like that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
And still go down. Usually if a ball does that, it comes lipping out the other side.
Yeah, that was nice.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
standing, you kid.
I'll take it. Well, now you should be staring at me.
I am. Yes.
Hey, it's right for once.
I mean, I think it would have been right if I would have got better than you, too. So let's keep that in mind.
I think the problem we might run into is on a handicap course. If you were to look at your scoreboard, your scorecard, like I've looked at it before and I never really paid attention, but there are little plus markers on certain holes. And that means even if you get a birdie on that hole, you're actually still going to not get credit for it because according to your handicap, you should get a birdie. So you actually need to get an eagle to get credit for that. And that's the shitty part. I always wondered what these little plus marks was, but I noticed last time we played, there was a hole where I know I got a birdie and you got a par, and yet I didn't get ahead of you. We stayed even. And I think that has something to do with the handicap scoring, and I think the game gets kind of stupefied because it goes, hold on, this dude won the hole, but yet because of our handicap, you have the rights. Because the game justifies it as you won the hole. I don't know. Watch that fucking hill, it's a dick.
Watch that thing, it's a dick. It put me on a sand wedge to start with.
Yeah, it did that to me too, because it probably didn't want to mess with this hill up here. He's probably just like, hey, you should just aim anywhere but that hole or that hill up there, because I heard he's a dick. It's a huge penis.
Well, there's only one way to deal with that. You hit it head on.
Well, there's two ways: to be a bigger dick or to just go around it. But I'm saying.
Well, that goes as far as you, but
right?
That's fine. That's fine. I'm on a horrible fucking nail.
I don't know if there's anything where you could use the word flat on this hole for a little while, honestly. I mean, like I said, it's a dick. It's
just a dick? That's all it is.
It's crooked all around.
Fucking
I mean, what are you going to do? It's bent.
Oh, it's a bitch, too. Let me tell you that. Interesting. Get off that green. Not in the bush.
Oh, Jesus criminies. Oh, it just caught the wrong way and broke to the left right there. Yippee skippy!
Oh boy. Damn it. I thought that would have hit that hill and broke right away. But, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hit it hard enough. God damn it. It's a good thing
That's
sometimes
tough.
that I only have one goddamn controller. Because I can't afford to lose this one,
To throw
so
this son of a bitch.
you just want to throw it outside in the rain.
Yep.
Sometimes it's a good thing games are downloaded too.
So bitch be snapped in half.
Oh no no, it would just find itself at a used game store relatively soon.
Right?
Nice. You know that's why the game company just like got together and they're like, you realize how many little like gaming nerds have opened up game stores now
Yeah.
in small towns
You
and are
entice
making
them in
money?
so much and you let them do so good before. Well, the problem is why we're doing so good before. So we weren't playing these tournaments. I mean, we were just playing our holes. They're just regular holes. Handicap tournament's harder. We didn't
Touche,
start
but
really doing like in the pluses until we started playing this handicap.
after the first three events, dude, I was in the top 10 in points. Since then,
Yeah.
I've not been.
You've only went down since we started playing these handicap events, so there's something handicapped about these events.
Yeah, but I'm saying even in the handicap tournament ones, after three events, I was in the top 10. It was just, I don't know, the
Oh, so you
courses.
really have went to shit.
Yeah, it's like the courses though. Those first three courses, the one of them we've
And
played, I
I've
had
always
played
been
before,
shit.
so I had that advantage. But
What was that? 11 yards. Ah, son of
all I know is
a
after this
bitch.
round, I gotta call it quits and fucking find something to eat. And unfortunately, I don't think we have a whole lot because Amber's going to the store tomorrow, not today. So
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
god damn, that's the shot of the round right there.
I was hoping for a hole in one, but no.
Jeez.
used a club that hit like 192 or something. I don't remember. It's about the same shot there.
Yeah, I hit 187 with a little fade into it.
Oh, this doesn't look like I want to putt on this one.
No, dude, you really don't. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Will you look at it? Will you look at it?
Just look at that.
Just look at this.
Would you look at that?
Look at that. Oh, you go to all that work for a par.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this. Could be a bogey. Alright, that worked.
Nice, dude. That deserved that, though, after your shot. That was fucking beautiful.
Oh.
Jesus.
This is a big one.
570. It could be 595. I guess we should consider ourselves lucky that it's not 25 yards longer.
Oh yeah, but I mean just how it's broken up. I mean,
Yeah, because God forbid they give you a chance.
I'll even be lucky. I'll be lucky to hit that second fairway after this first shot. It's not I mean we. Not really.
Dude, my screen's all fucked up, man. It's telling me you're on your third stroke already.
What? What?
Last time, though, last hole it told me.
Well, I mean, evidently there was a pre. What do they call it?
Well, this hole's a dick, too.
Yeah.
No, but it did that last hole where it said you, and you're still on third stroke, it tells me. That's the weird thing, is it stayed at 3.
I'm on, shows me on stroke 2. I am 5 over for the vent. You're 3 over, and you're on your first shot.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. It tells me we're both at 6 over.
Oh, I'm 5 over, you're 3 over.
How much you want to bet neither one of them are right?
Right. Fucking knows.
God, I can't wait for this. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a lovely second shot. Gonna have to aim pretty much almost off the fairway just to get it to stay on the fairway because of this nice hill I'm on.
Is this, you want me to let you do the shot, or you want me to tell you the bad news?
What?
You want to do the shot first before I tell you the bad news?
What bad news?
I have a black screen.
Alright, I'll wait for you then. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Alright.
Do you want to shoot this shot or do you want to hear the bad news? I'm like, well, that depends. What's the bad news and how bad are we talking here? It's like if your apartment's on fire, run.
I mean, it depends, like, which part of, I mean, these have sprinkler heads. As long as they're not going off, I should be
Right?
trying to finish a hole or two.
Then it must not be that bad. It's nothing your apartment complex hasn't faced before.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not mine. That was an older, well, it is the same one, but.
I was gonna say it was
I got
pretty
like
goddamn
13
close.
sprinkler heads in this son of a bitch. And this son of a bitch is small. It'll be flooded before. I'd be worried about drowning before I'd be worried about burning. Loading back up now.
Not a problem, sir. It's a pretty quick process, thankfully.
Well, it's a lot longer than the turnover one.
I just went ahead and hit my shot, so that way when you get back, you can just hit yours. And
Yeah. Closer. So slow.
oh well, I'll just have to wait until you get back, because now I'm looking at your dude chilling out, so we're good to go.
Alright, it's continuing round one, coming up on it. Probably have to add you again, and everything, and you'll probably have to add me again.
Yeah, most likely we'll see. Like I said, right now I'm staring at your dude, so I don't know.
Yeah, I did that once and it finally just kicked me out.
Yep, there it just kicked you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just joining now again. Finally.
Alright, I
That's
re-added you to
your
my
shotgun.
group.
Oh, okay, this is not good for me.
That's crazy, it made me watch you all the way back from your drive.
Is it? Yeah, it's gonna get ugly from here on out.
Uh-oh.
Well, not here on out, but I might be alright. The only goal is not stopping rolling yet, 'cause... Oh, there it is. Okay. Can't really fly. I'm definitely gonna try to punch this shit out of it.
If you need to see if a rock's in front of you or anything, you can
I
hold
can't
down your triangle button and you can bring it all the way back and you can move your other
Oh,
joystick.
yeah. I can't, no, I won't. Oh, wait, there we go. Jesus Christ. Aw. So fucked.
I'm not trying to laugh at you necessarily. It's just like, It's just like something keeps getting worse and worse on the other side of his microphone.
Yeah, this isn't good at all. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, fuck it. Son of a bitch. God, I'm out of there.
Okay.
Alright. Now it's time to just put it in the hole. Sick of this bullshit. That's not going in the hole. Alright. I'm gonna wait for this all to be done, and then we're gonna get the shit back together on the next one. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Hey, a fucking birdie. Holy shit, it's been a while. And holy fuck, that's a lot of dead trees over there. Somebody should probably do something about that.
Burn them. Burn them down. I bet they got the mites. Alright, I'm gonna grab me a beer, and then I'm gonna start making birdies.
Oh boy. Why? Why?
Hug that bunker down.
Am I friggin' tripping here, or is there back-to-back par fives at this place?
No, it's par 5. Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Well, that's about the craziest goddamn thing. This proves to me right here that people have no fucking idea what they're doing. You can't make two par fives to back to back. Like, I don't even think, like, people like, I don't want to hit a golf ball so fucking hard again. I just had to do that in the last hole.
Right.
You're supposed to follow a 5 with a fucking 3 and then 2 4s at least to give people a fucking break from this nonsense. Nice shot, dude.
Well, it's better than yours.
Yeah, it ain't
I
hard to
watched
beat.
yours and I learned from it. I watched yours and I learned from it.
Mine was not hard to beat.
Where's this place at?
I have no idea.
Oregon?
Honestly, I have no clue. Let me look at the name again.
Like, we got to be pretty high up in the mountains. That's why all those other trees were dead. There's no oxygen up there. Trees can't.
We're in Lake Tahoe, California.
Hmm. Don't know where that's at. Oh. Makes for an interesting approach. Good bounce. Good bounce.
Nice. Fuck you, game. Fuck you.
Oh wow. Totally different angle.
I put that thing so far to that goddamn left and added that fade on purpose, and it still ended up.
Couldn't make it.
That's where it would have went if I'd have hit it fucking straight. At the end of the day, it's like fuck. I was trying to avoid that.
Avoid that.
Not do that. Well, I guess in hindsight, I'm just glad this round stayed under 10 over because of late. A couple of my rounds have been 9 to 11 to 12 over. It's like, well, I consider this a small victory.
Needed to roll the other way.
Well, I think for the next, starting Saturday and Sunday and Monday, besides filling out job applications on Monday, I'm just going to sit around and watch football for 2 days. And at nighttime, when that shit's over, I'm just going to sit and watch fucking DVDs and play video games. So
Right on.
if you're going to be around, you'll have to let me know.
Yeah, I work. Well, I know till like 11, 12 every night this week. But
I was going to say, even if it's going to be at 2 o'clock, I might be up and just be like hanging here by myself going, yeah, please talk to me, dude. And been talking to my cat for the last 7 hours.
first pissing me off.
Be like, I'm getting concerned. My cat's looking at me even a little weird.
I'm just gonna start slamming those motherfuckers. I'm tired of it rolling. I mean, it's gonna really roll if it misses. If you don't miss it, don't roll.
If you don't miss, don't roll.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's last hole.
Last hole. We've stayed pretty much four points apart the entire round.
See, mine's pretty much telling me we've been
Except for the
tied or
very
within
beginning,
one
we were
stroke.
close.
Mine had said we were at 6 over together for like a bunch. Then I got that birdie and it put me at 5, and now I'm at 5 over and you're at 6 over.
I'm at 6 over, you're at 2 over.
Who the fuck knows?
No, that's what's right.
Nice drive, sir.
Thank you.
Say, as long as it gets over that sand, I'll be happy with anything that happens right here.
Ooh. That's a nice shot.
Thanks, sir. I figured that one bunker would be the one place my ball would decide to hit, so...
That'll be interesting.
I can't believe that didn't come back at all, because you know if that was a downhill lie, that fucker would never stop.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Come on, slow down.
Chill, Winston.
Get off that green.
If you're gonna go, fucking go.
Yeah, don't dick me around like this.
Well, this whole course is a dick.
Oh, shit.
You dick. I'm out of here. Deuce.
Wow. Mark that up, you bullshit course. Current place is 26. I will not favor this course.
Yeah, I'm in 20th place.
And 28th, so as of now.
When I go back to the other
Plus
screen,
7.
when I go to the other
Plus
screen,
7. Did it show you as plus 3?
no,
Or 2?
plus 2.
Plus 2, yeah. Got me on that last hole for. You got me on a lot of holes for.
Fuck if I know. I just know when I select tomorrow, it'll tell me what I finished at the end when other people play it too.
Right.